Hello viewers, and for today's quest we have Mourning's Ends Part 1. I can start this quest by speaking to Elund found in Isiftar. Minimum requirements is I must have completed the Roving Elves and Sheep Herder, as well as Big Chompy Bird Hunting. Please note that Big Chompy Bird Hunting is not required to start the quest. However, after a certain part, the Bellows will become necessary. You need 50 Thieving as well as 60 range. Items needed is going to be bear fur, leather, 2 silk, bucket of water, a feather, a rotten apple. We're going to be getting that during the quest. That's in West Ardougne. Toad Crunchies. It can be pre-made if you want to. Magic logs. Ogre Bellows, preferably empty if you can. And some coal if you don't have a Barrel of Naphtha. If you did not make one during the previous quest, Roving Elves, I will be covering it how to make it again in this one. And lastly, you will need 1 red dye, yellow dye, green dye, and blue dye. So if you do not have those, bring some GP and I will show you where to get them. It's recommended you get several of those as you may mess up and need more. And for recommended, you're going to need some teleports to Ardougne, preferably West Ardougne, Falador, Feldip Gills, fairy rings, ring of dueling, anything that'll get you to Feldip Gills quicker. Some form of antipoison, such as I'm bringing an antidote for me. You want to bring restore potion and food, considering we have to fight something that's only level 11, but when you attack him, he throws a potion and drops all of your combat stats to 20. So make sure that you bring a weapon and such accordingly for that. If you have some spare redirection scrolls, feel free to redirect to Rimmington as well as Taverly. Those are gotten from Nightmare Zone and they're used to redirect house tablets. And a necklace of passage also helps quite a bit. If you do not have the Barrel of Naphtha and you need to make it, you get the barrels scattered around here at Tyrus Camp. And then you go down here and use it on, you'll see that there's a usable spot in the muck that you can use it on that will give you a barrel of coal tar. Before we start, just a note, you're going to want several Ardougne or West Ardougne teleports. And for the other teleports, the areas, you're going to want to bring tele tabs as opposed to runes, just in case you decide you don't want to use a restore potion because your stats will be drained and you will not be able to regularly teleport. For getting here, you're going to want to pop 3200 GP in Catherby and charter a ship over to Port Tyrus. This way the Antipoison or Antidote or Antivenom will not be necessary. You can bring everything with you save for the dyes at this point. And make sure to keep some inventory spots free for when we pick up an outfit. So to start off with, talk to Elund and choose chat option number 1. Yes, I should go see him now. Woohoo! Teleport crystal. If at any point you ever need to recharge this, just find Elund and she will recharge it for a small fee. Someone's here, speak to Aaron. Okay, now you want to rub your necklace of passage and head to the outpost. And go west. And just go a little past that broken cart to the west and then go south. Where we want to is go to the pass, which is just right here. You can make it through the gates. Okay, so here we are. And now let's kill him so we can steal all of his clothes. Okay, sweet. Now pick up everything. You want the cloak, the boots, the bloody top, the gloves, the gas mask, trousers, and the letter. So now I'm going to drink up, so my stats go back up, and so I can teleport. Now the Falador teleport or the modified house tablet to Taverly. Where we're going to want to head off to is Taverly at the lake. We're going to want to speak to Tegid. So let's head northwest. So from the gate, we're just going to go southwest. And here he is. So talk to him. Search the laundry basket and choose option 1. Steal the soap. Yoink! So you want to use the soap on the Bloody Mourner's top. And good as new. We no longer need the soap. Now we just need to repair the pants. So using this little teleport crystal, we're going to want to go back to Letya. So northwest, here in this building, we're going to see Orwin. We're going to want to talk to him. Choose chat option number 3. And when you talk to him, you're going to have to talk to him again. You're going to choose chat option 3 again. So the first chat option 3 is, do you mend clothes? I have all I need to mend my trousers. So at this point you need to log in and out or switch worlds. So let me just log out real quick. Okay, now that I've relogged, I'm gonna speak to him. Okay, now we have our trousers. Now if you need to, you can right click trade him and you can buy all the dyes you're gonna need for this. So make sure you have multiple of them if you can. So for this next part, we are going to need our mourner outfit, repaired and ready to go. You want to wear it. Your mourner leather, feather, soft leather. That's where you take leather to a tanner and make sure you choose the regular leather. Do not choose hard leather. A magic log, toad crunchies, and it helps to have the West Ardougne teleport. If not, just use the regular Ardougne teleport and head over here. Now we're gonna go to the Mourner HQ. Make sure you're not wearing anything but the Mourner gear, or they will not let you in. So you're going to want to go through this western door, and there's a trap door in the northwest corner that leads to the basement. That's where we're going to want to go. Now, we're going to want to speak to the head mourner, who is all the way south and in this room. He's the one without the spear. Choose chat option 1 when you talk to him. When you're in the basement, if you remove your mourner gear, you are going to get a 108 mourner to attack you, so do not do that. No. Now we're going to go ahead and open this door over here. Now we're going to have some fun with a gnome. Never thought I'd hear myself say that. So talk to him and choose chat option 3. You said about toad crunchies and being tickled. Okay, use a feather on him twice. Now we're going to talk to him. And release him. And now talk to him again. Okay, now we either have to world hop again or log out and back in. And then talk to him again. We have the fixed device. Now we're going to want to go to Feldip Hills some way because we need to have some fun with toads. I am going to choose the one that you can go to near Castle Wars because there's conveniently a bank there. Otherwise, you can use the Fairy Rings AKS as well. So when you head to a bank, you're going to want to get your Ogre Bellows. If you, for some reason, do not have them, just go here into Rance's cave and get them from his chest again. You're also going to need at least one of the red, blue, green, yellow dyes. I brought 2 of each because you never know. As well as the Ardougne teleport and the fixed device. You can either go here or I'm going over here. Unfortunately, my Ogre Bellows has something in it, so I'm going to have to empty it on a few toads. Okay, I just need to empty my bellows. And there you go, I have empty bellows. Now you want to use your blue dye on it. And then use that on your swamp toad and you will get colored ones. Just keep using the dye and inflating toads until you have your desired amount of living paintballs. Okay, sweet. Now we're going to go to Ardougne. Now you remember those colored sheep that are just north of Ardougne for the sheep herder quest? We're going to want to go there. I'm including insert to show where they all are by colors so you can best choose your route of attack. Have some over here. These appear to be the green ones. So I'm going to use a green toad on the fixed device. And wield it. Now we're going to go to combat options, aim and fire. What you want to do is find a sheep, get it in the middle of your crosshairs, then hit that red button to fire. Now the sheep can wander, which is why it is recommended to have multiple colored frogs, and do this for each one, making sure to use the right colored toad on the respective sheep, and doing that to one sheep will coat the entire herd. If you are having any issues getting them, feel free to switch to fixed mode. Some people find that that's easier to do, as opposed to resizable. There's one done. Now I just know just north there's some. Looks like we have yellow ones here. So we're going to remove that again. Use a yellow toad on it this time. Aim and fire. There's that one done. Now we're going to go a little further west. Remove this cannon again. There we are. We have blue ones now. So we're going to load a blue toad. Wield it. Aim and fire. Now we're just going to go south of here. Remove the device. They're going to be red ones next. Okay, so south and do not cross the bridge. It's no bueno. The red ones are just south of this incinerator right here. They're closer to the green ones. Now let's aim and fire the last ones. There we go. Now we're going to want to prepare to make our Barrel of Naphtha. So you're going to want to keep your mourner's gear. A Necklace of Passage would be advisable. We're going to bring a Falador teleport. And so I'm going to bring some GP so that I can use a general store in Rimmington in order to unnote. I'm also bringing some coal. And I'm bringing 2 barrels of coal tar just in case I screw up. So head on south to Rimmington, specifically the chemist's house, which is right here. So let's use our barrel of coal tar right here on the fractionalizing still. Now what you want to do is, I'm going to explain it before I do it, which you may want to make sure you listen to all the way through before you try. This valve on the right, you want to do it all the way to the third tick. When the pressure gauge here, this needle lands in the green, move the pressure valve here, that's the left valve, to the middle. So that needs to go clockwise as well. If for some reason the pressure goes into the red, you just turn the pressure valve to the first tick to release some of the pressure and then right back to the middle when it lands back in the green. Once you've done this, you don't need to touch these things again. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to start adding coal. We're going to start off with 2. Make sure the heat doesn't go too high. So whenever it dips, just add 1. And make sure not to spam click because that can make the heat go too high too quick. Okay, there we go. Now, unlike the last quest, we do not need to turn this into a barrel bomb. Now I'm going to go bank some of this stuff. Okay, we're going to want to keep our Barrel of Naphtha as well as the Necklace of Passage. I'm only keeping my rune pouch with me for teleportation purposes after the quest. It is not needed. Make sure you are still wearing your full mourner gear. You will also want to bring with you 2 Ardougne or West Ardougne teleports. And I'm going to go get the rotten apple on my way to speak to the head mourner. Head over to West Ardougne and we need to find the head mourner again. But before we enter the HQ house, just west of it is an apple. If you do not already have the rotten apple, go ahead and snag that. Remembering again to make sure you're not wearing anything that is not mourner gear. And do not re-equip it while down here, because same thing, you will get attacked. Okay, now we're going to want to head back up. And let's get out of this place. Go south through the gate. Just to the east, and we're going to want to head to Elena's place. If you do not know where that is, it is right here. When you arrive, you will want to speak with her twice. Okay, you can either log out and back in or world hop again and speak to her. For slightly quicker travel, we're going to go to the outpost and go northeast. The place you want to go is right here. This is the apple orchard. So grab a barrel here. Use that on one of the rotten apple piles. Now use the rotten apples here in the apple barrel. That's the barrel you could not pick up. Oh, that's a wonderful sound. Now use your Barrel of Naphtha on your apple barrel that you just smushed up and it's in your inventory. Then we're going to use our sieve on it. Wonderful. Okay, now we're going to head back to the Mourner HQ because there is a range there that we can use because we have to use our toxic naphtha on a range. It cannot be a fire, it has to be a range. And make sure you have at least 2 inventory spaces free to get the results of the cooking. So use it on a range. And we now have 2 toxic powders. So now right here, where the town square is, in the quote-unquote City Hall building, you're going to want to go in it and into the western room. You will see some grain sacks. You are going to want to use one of these powder with the grain sacks there. And now there's a church just south of here. We're going to want to do the same there. Then once that task is completed, we're going to go back and speak to the head mourner. And that will wrap this up for a quest complete. Congratulations, you've completed Mourning's End Part 1. You're awarded 2 quest points, 25,000 experience in hit points, and thieving. You now have access to the Mourner HQ basement, though there's not a whole lot going here but elves, as well as you finally have a crystal to get you to let you pretty quickly. You also have the fixed device, which is fun for messing around if you want to, and you may want to keep the outfit. Okay, you will want to keep the outfit of the full mourner's gear. Now with this teleport crystal, so at any point you ever run out of charges, you have to make sure it is completely discharged before you take it to Elune. For no more than 750 coins, she will recharge it. She can only recharge it for 3 charges. However, once you finish the Hard Western Provinces diary, she will enchant it for 5. You can have multiple of these crystals if you want to. All you have to do is go to Letya and pop off some elf warriors. Please note that the elf warriors in the elf camp do not count. So for this recharge, it does go down, same with the rest of the crystals. Your first time it's going to be 750 GP, second 600, third 450, the fourth is 300, and the fifth and subsequent ones are going to be 150. The elf warriors can drop these with either 1 or 0 charges, so go ahead and stock up on those. So that's all for this one. I will see you for Mourning's End Part 2. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Neither should you, unless you're 90 agility. So as always, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to give it a thumbs up or like depending on whether or not you liked it, and feel free to drop a comment in the section below telling me what you liked about it or what you think I could do to improve my guides to make them better for you. Feel free to follow the links in the description below to my Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, Streamlabs, and the very rare time that I actually stream on Twitch. And until Mourning's End Part 2, ciao!